Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to Underground Crypto. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Let's raise that crypto IQ. Mystery Monday, says that one guy. Smash the like button. Join the Discord. That is the energy that I love right there. Thank you, Melissa, for dropping the Discord. I went ahead and pinned it. And what's up, Camsta? Thank you for being here. And who's ready to jump right into the stream? Let's see. Hopefully my camera is working today. Microphone's working. I did check the camera and we're ready to go. Here we are over at Crypto Bubbles, where we always start the show. And night is up 8.4%, but a lot of red right here, but nothing crazy. Most 4%, 3%, 2%, a lot of 4%. Canton Network. Somebody asked about Canton Network in the Discord yesterday, so I'll make a point to go over it. If you don't know what it is, we've been over it several times. Let's see, what do we got going on? And I still can't see it. Okay, where does that lit countdown say now? It's in the corner. It should be in the right-hand corner. I'm not sure what he means. He said he put like a ticker. Anyways, Campster says thanks for having him. Absolutely. Canton Network, yeah, I'll make a point to go over that today because somebody asked about it. I believe it's financial, if my memory serves me right. So we're at 1 through 100, and again, there's just not a whole lot to report right now. Let's go down 100. Let me do my mic check. Okay, mic is working. Always got to double check everything when you're live streaming. So quantum resistant Ledger up 7.6%, Tibber up 6.3%, Zero Gravity Labs up 8.4%, Zora down 8.3%, Merrill down 13.3%, down 25% on the week. I don't really hold any Merrill directly, but I do have some Bitcoin staking over on Merrill. You got Go Gaming, if you know what this is. Sorry, Go Mining, not Go Gaming. And we will drop down another 100 here as we just kind of do our quick review of the market and where things are sitting. A little bit more green in this 2 to 300. You got Piverse, Rave, which is exactly what it sounds like. It's about some EDM, electronic dance music type of festivals that they're going to be doing at, different crypto events. At least that is the plan for them. We'll see how that pans out. Those type of projects always make me a little bit nervous, right? Avantis up 10.1%, and Avantis has kind of come back, and we've seen it trending, we've seen it pumping. It's been really interesting. On the week, it's up 51%. So I guess keep that in your mind. Are we building back to the decentralized exchanges? We did see several new decentralized exchanges. One of them I liked a lot. I got to go back and figure out which one that is. But they do come and go. Crypto moves fast. That's why this channel and this live stream that we do Monday through Friday, for sure, 8:30 p.m. New York time, is such a good thing to tune into, because we really are always going over everything. What is this 0x protocol? It's up 31% today, so I'm sure it'll be on our list to go over. SQD, another one I don't know it off the top of my head, but since doing this stream, I'm gonna go ahead and get us over to our rundown of our numbers here, what everything's price is right now. But on this stream, since I've been doing it, because a lot of this stream is to hold myself accountable, right? To making sure I'm at least doing an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours of research in crypto every day. It really does compound over time. Many people in the community have said it. Join that free Discord. It's pinned in the chat. Use the one in the chat and not the one in the description, because I didn't update that one. I don't know if they're the same. But anyways, a lot of people have said that, they have discovered a lot of new projects. They've learned a lot of stuff. We definitely raise that crypto IQ. Tomorrow is going to be all about the Optimism Superchain. I think it's going to be a fun one. And then the next day, Wednesday, will be all about Flare and Flare ecosystem. Got to get with Blues Guy before them. He said he's off on Wednesday, so I'm going to try to link up with him before the stream so I can really bring you the sauce, as he's been leading the charge on all of the stuff that has to do with Flare. All right, so shout out to anybody who's rolling in. Smash that like button, subscribe, link to our free Discord in the chat. Let's get into it, right? Bitcoin, 87,000, down 1.2% today. I saw that we had a little bit of pump, and I see it on the chart, but I want to see what we went to here. What was it? I love that you can kind of zoom in on stuff. So, okay, that can't be right. We're on the max chart. I do apologize. Go to the 24-hour chart here. 90,000. So we did hit 90,000 and we kind of dropped from 90,230 if you want to be really specific. And then we dropped all the way down to 86,818. That was relatively fast. Remember, this is a 24-hour chart here, so that's a big drop pretty quick. Looks like a rejection at a resistant layer. I've talked many times about how, right now, locally for Bitcoin, I really want to see us get above 90 and hold it. I think that's a big deal. Same exact idea for Ethereum. I want to see us get above 3,000 and hold that. Again, Ethereum right now coming in at $2,925, BNB $850, XRP $1.85, and it's a 1.5%, 2.9% down in the last 7 days. So we're seeing a lot of red here, and even this is like green. Well, it is a stable coin, but even the green we see is not very big. So Solana $122.81. That's for Camsta. I know he's all about that Solana. Dogecoin 12 cents. Hasn't moved much from 12 cents. I'd like to see that thing start getting a move, but nothing's going to happen until Bitcoin can begin to pump, in my opinion, over 90,000 and hold it. Cardano 35 cents. Zcash $537. Chainlink $12.31. Monero $431.60. XLM 21 cents. Hyperliquid $25.57. Litecoin $78.20, and it's up 1.2% in the last 7 days. SWI, I hate to see SWI not getting that recovery here. $1.43, down 1.9% in the last 7 days, and it says 1.7% of that is in the last 24 hours. Avalanche $12.35, HBAR 11 cents. That Canton Network is actually up. Yeah, I think that's Canton Network. Yeah, CC is up 44.2% in the last 7 days. So it's one of the better movers right this moment. World Liberty Finance 14 cents. And let's scroll down and see if Flare has gotten itself back in the top 100. It has not. Let's go figure out where it is. It has fallen a little bit more, down to 105, as it is down 5.6% in the last 7 days. From there, we always go over and we're going to look at what is trending, right? So what have we done? We looked at the crypto bubbles to just get a quick visual representation of the data of what's going on in crypto right this second. Then we run through our numbers, and by doing that day after day for a lot of the same top coins, we can get a feel for how the market is moving. At least I feel that way. And then we go into what is trending, and we want to look at what are people paying attention to. This is not the top gainers, top losers of the day. This is more, what is trending, what are people searching. So right off the bat, you have Eliza OS, which used to be AI16Z, I believe is what it was called before, off the top of my head there. What do we got going on here? All right, looks like we're pretty much caught. I still don't see the countdown on lighter. Okay, yeah. I don't know. It was mentioned in the chat that they're doing a pre-sale over on Coinbase. I haven't dug into it. Let's do that. Let's do that live on the stream tonight. So Eliza OS used to be AI16Z. All right, I nailed that one. 62.7% in the last 24 hours. So really, AI16Z was very much in the line or the vein of being an AI agent, autonomous network, and it seems like they've had the bigger idea to kind of keep that, but also rebrand and move into an operating system for agentic networks. So Eliza OS, it's 0.003, so it's not even a penny yet, but that's not what's important, right? We got the market cap at 29.8 million, 11 billion tokens, and 7.4 of those tokens are out. If you don't understand your tokenomics, this stuff right here, highly encourage you to say something in the chat. Let me know, and maybe I can dig a little bit more. But we got a lot of our regulars in the house, so I don't want to do that for all of our regulars. But if you're in the chat and you're struggling to understand tokenomics, I can break it down for you, make it relatively simple. Let's go to the max chart here. Overall, they're down 69.5%. They did do a rebrand. I'm assuming, yeah, they got rid of their old contract and moved to a new contract. Usually, this is where it gets dicey when you're holding a project. Like when they move from an old contract to a new contract, the tokenomics can shift. They can change. And then the way that they want to reward you in ratio to that can differ from project. Think of these projects as, startup companies. They have the right to kind of run their business, their company, however they want to. So just because one company does a rebrand and does terrible doesn't mean all of them will do terrible. And just because one does really well certainly does not mean that the other ones are going to do really well with their rebrand. It's by company by company. Solana contract for Eliza OS, Base, Ethereum, and BNB Smart Contract, all great platforms to be on right now. You want to be where the attention is and where they're building, which is Solana, Ethereum, and Base right this second. They have a Twitter. Let's go see how much attention they have here. That one guy, Nomex CIC Lighter, is in the hot section. Okay, so Melissa was saying that they were pre-selling it, I guess, over on MEXC. Maybe I got mixed up. I'm not sure. If I did, I am really sorry about that. We are deep diving every day, mostly every day, together here as a community, right? So I'm deep diving with you guys. A lot of times we find projects together. So Eliza OS Ecosystem Fund. And they have 83.3 thousand followers. I'm assuming they rebranded their AI16Z Twitter, right? I don't think they just made a new one. Pin post is from November 22nd, so that was a while ago, and it only has 18,000 impressions. I think that's a little lackluster, to be honest with you, for how long ago this pin post was. We call this the Twitter smell test. I used to do it a lot in my pre-recorded videos, and I just realized this light is not on. So if I look dim, that's why. Anyways, I used to do this a lot in my pre-recorded videos. I think that there's a lot of value here. I wouldn't necessarily live and die by, I don't give financial advice, but personally I don't live and die by what's going on here. But the other day we were looking at a project, I think it was yesterday, and they had like 500,000 followers, and they were still only getting like 3,000 to 10,000 impressions on their posts, and that's just not a good ratio. Says a lot of people followed them, but what, they're not engaging? Like, you should just naturally be able to get better numbers. Maybe they're buying it, maybe they're buying bots. I actually want to say that I think it was that Islamic coin or whatever that was trending for a few days. I wouldn't touch that thing with a 100-foot pole. Nothing to do with the name of it or anything. It's just, this is crypto, and you got to recognize when people put things out and they're just trying to get you to buy in based off of, simply the name of it. Again, Eliza OS is in the category of artificial intelligence, AI agents. Bitcoin Alpha Spotlight is a good one as well, AI frameworks, and it's made in the US, so that's a good one. If ever in one day they give us a tax break here in America for Made in America cryptos, it's been talked about, but there's no legislation yet that really says that that's going to happen. One thing that I would like to point out for all of the traders in the house is I don't do technical analysis. It's not really my thing, but I do have a little bit of lifer vision. I would reason to say here that if you zoom in on this, it looks like it's starting to flag out, right? It looks very flaggy to me. Maybe we could pull it up over on TradingView at some point. If you love technical analysis and the idea of trading, come join us in the mornings over on the Crypto Lifer channel. I don't know why I can't speak now. He is the truth when it comes to TA education, right? I couldn't say enough good things about him as both a mentor, a teacher, a leader, all of that stuff. He is the bomb, and we are over there in the mornings watching his stream. So please join us over there. It's usually 10:15 New York time when he actually starts. Canton Network on the radar. I'll go ahead and just go over it now because, well, I need to do it. So why not do it right now? Oh, Blues Guy is hopping in. What's up, Blues Guy? What's this? Smokey the Bear said, GM Underground, sorry to go off topic, but I shot you an email earlier. Let me know if you get a second to take a look at it. Thanks in advance, homie. Hey, that's what's up, man. I appreciate that. I've been out all day at my wife's sister's house, like a good hour and a half away, and so I haven't looked at anything in my emails, but thanks for saying that. I think this is also one of the accounts for Eliza OS, by the way. This is looks like an adjacent eco thing. Okay, so Smokey the Bear, are you trying to say that AI16Z is still going on, and that this operating system is a separate endeavor that they have going on. Just wondering what you were saying, by the way. Accounts for Eliza OS, by the way. This looks like an adjacent eco thing. Okay. Smokey the Bear, he reminds me of, his name reminds me of Barachain. I appreciate you being here, Smokey. I hope you smash the like button. I really hope that you join the Discord, because that's where we spend a lot of time, being a community and a crypto family. So this has $4.5 billion in its market cap. This is not a small coin. Again, we talk about tokenomics a lot. Max supply is infinite. Not my favorite thing. It doesn't make or break a project, in my opinion. Again, not financial advice. Personally, I don't make all my opinions based off of the tokenomics, but they're a heavy factor, right? Circulating supply is only 36.7 billion right now. And yeah, you can see the relevancy if you know your tokenomics. If you know that you take your market cap, or you take your circulating supply and you divide it by your market cap, and that gives you the price per unit or per coin or whatever you want to call them. It doesn't really matter. Let's go over to Twitter and take a look at the attention that Canton Network's got. Now, we were looking at Canton Network a while before, I believe, the token generation event actually happened. If not that, we were looking at it like the day that the token generation event happened. Now, understand the difference between when a project started having an online image, posting on social media, versus when they had the token generation event. A lot of times you will see that abbreviated as TGE. If you don't know what that stands for, now you do. Raising that crypto IQ, right? So they have 80.8 thousand followers. Talking too fast. Sometimes I try to talk at 1,000,000 miles an hour. I'm gonna slow down a little bit. Minting and using U.S. treasuries on Canton is coming in 2026, enabling tokenized USTs to be exchanged in near real time with stablecoins and other digital assets, all with the privacy and controls regulated markets demand. So a major unlock for global collateral mobility. And there's more to that post, but I'm not going to read it. Pin post is from December 17th, so not that many days ago. And they have 159,000 impressions. Do you see the difference in the attention here? I mean, people who are subbed in more than people who, not subbed, but followers, same thing. People who are following this more than the people who are following it are seeing this post, right? And this is not the most amazing post in the world. Also, it's a very financial thing. So you have to factor these things in. You have to think like, this is not the most retail attractive type of thing, but big money for sure. It's financial, which usually goes over a lot of people's head. It said that for a long time, what kept most people from doing well in life was literacy, right? And think of the old days, like 1500s, 1400s. And as a humanity, we've kind of overcome that. Like a very much higher majority of people in the world are literate nowadays. The next big renaissance or revolution that needs to come is financial literacy, right? And so when it comes to financial stuff, a lot of people check out. They've already told themselves they're not smart at math. This is mostly in America for sure. They've already told themselves they're not good at math. They already told themselves that they can't understand this stuff, and they don't even try. And to be honest, a lot of it, especially a crypto across the board, a lot of it is just definitions of words that maybe you're not used to. Like, an example, the word interoperability. It just means things that work well. They work together. They communicate together across maybe different blockchains. And that's not really that scary when you break it down. But you just read the word interoperability and you go, I'm good. Check out. Try not, not advice, but, try not to be like that, because you'll be amazed at how much you can learn and how much farther you can go if you just kind of give yourself a chance. Just humor yourself a little bit, and try. And I think you'll be surprised at how much you can actually understand. So what is going on? Pippin is still on the radar. A lot of people wanted this thing to get shorted to the ground. What was it? Volume 2 bubble map or whatever that called them out. I believe that's correct. And there was a lot of controversy over it. It had been pumping a lot prior to that. It is the ugly unicorn is what I call it. Here we go. According to Bubble Maps, on-chain data shows 80% of supply are controlled by interconnected insider wallets. Please do your own research before trading this token. I love this. warning that they have here. I've never seen this warning on anything before, referencing bubble maps. So what? Bubble maps is now like some kind of authority in crypto. I mean, they have the data, right? So, I mean, if they're scanning that data and they're putting out information about that data, probably using AI or agentic networks to do that, maybe AI swarm. If you don't know what those things are, stick around, we'll get you there. But that's really cool to see that they have that on there, and validates what I was saying. So I don't seem like I'm just making stuff up over here. All right, let's see. I was just saying that the link that you pulled up was an EcoFund account, I believe. Okay, Smokey the Bear. Yeah, you're right. It was. I didn't go digging for anything else, but I understand what you're saying now. Man, thanks for being a part. Thanks for having something to say. I really do appreciate that. The chat is running. I don't want to get too off topic and read the chat. I do that sometimes, but I'm going to try my best not to do that today. So 426.4 million in this market cap here, 1 billion tokens. Almost all of them are out, or what we would say vested. There's another word that you'll hear a lot. Just means how many of them are out. You might hear it referred to as a vesting schedule. This would be, when the tokens are unlocking, when they're coming out. Again, all of these, don't think of them like cryptocurrencies or like they're currencies. Think of them as crypto startup projects. Like they're going to be a new startup on the stock exchange almost. If you categorize them like that, then you'll stop thinking about currency. I can't tell you how many times I try to talk to, people in their 40s or 50s, and they'll be like, I just really don't understand this cryptocurrency thing. Why do we need all these different currencies? And it's like, no, they're not trying to all be currencies. What it is they have a currency associated with them, but they're really startup projects. And like any good project, you should really be trying to solve a problem. If you're not doing that, you don't really have much of a business, right? Anyways, the one thing that I like to point out about Pippin, and we could dig a little deeper into this. I'm kind of ready to go a little bit deeper into this, but I just want to show that it says that our framework is robust extension built upon the foundational experience of baby AGI. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't exactly know what that is. They have 20,000 plus GitHub stars and 70 plus academic citations, right? So what I'm kind of getting at here is Pippin is look like a meme coin of an ugly unicorn, and it sounds kind of dumb, but it does look like there is something to this project. Maybe that's what people are spectating about. So in the white paper, it says, when code meets careful wonder, new forms of intelligence bloom quietly. Intelligence quietly blooms. Sorry, I read that backwards. Maybe I'm dyslexic. I don't even know. But that doesn't really mean anything. It's a cool little saying. But empowers the developers, so maybe we'll get some insight here as to what it actually does. Empowers developers and creators to harness advanced AI capabilities in a modular way. We're always raising our crypto IQ. I've talked about modularity a lot. Modularity is the future of blockchain technology, helping them build a digital being that can reflect on tasks, generate new activities, and seamlessly integrate external tools. Below, we present a white paper, and I'm not going to read the white paper right now. I think independently from, I'm going to do it as a live stream, but probably not during these live streams. I'm going to go over Pippin in some detail and see if we can't figure out what the fuss is all about. Again, if you're just jumping in, smash that like button and subscribe, and our free Discord where we all hang out as a crypto family is in the chat. So you'll see that link in the chat. Go ahead, join the Discord. Always people having great conversations over there. So we have Kinesis Silver, which is a pretty cool project. Kinesis, I'm pretty sure the Lifer was talking about Kinesis for a while. I don't know if he's still promoting it or not, but that's his business. I don't really know the details there. But 269.8 million in its market cap. Getting out of that small fry area, it is a bigger project. Again, infinite max supply. Take it into consideration. It's not really make or break. Circulating supply is only 3.7 million. So that's a pretty low circulating supply for how much money is in their market cap. Again, you take the circulating supply and you divide it by the market cap, and that will give you the amount of money per unit, per token. Anyways, let's go take a look at their Twitter. I have a feeling that Kinesis Network is actually getting a bit of attention, but I could be wrong because it says 24,000 followers. Yeah. Wow. there's a lot of gold and silver bugs out there, and there's some crossover from the gold and silver people to crypto and things. And so I thought it would be a little bit more, a little more hype behind it, but maybe it's not. Kinesis beyond gold and silver, the road 2026, right? So they're talking about what's going to go on in 2026, Kinesis 2.0. From my understanding and memory, it's a platform where you can go and you can send in your gold, you can send in your silver. They'll give you a digital representation of it, that liquidity of your asset. Plus, they have digital representations of gold and silver and other, I think they even have platinum and other stuff. And you can buy it directly there versus holding it physically. There is a whole long conversation of that. But anyways, only 2.6 thousand impressions since December 24th, which was like 5 days ago. So you would hope that they would get more than that. But if you look at it, if you want to be fair, and you go from followers to impressions ratio, it's not that bad. And then we see our Miss Melissa there is following them. I will shout anybody out when they're following a project that we're going over. Let's pull up that max chart, right? This thing has been nothing but up and to the right. I mean, this thing, what did it run up to? It's easier if I go down here to show you its all-time high was $83.56. I would assume that this thing is following silver pretty much exactly, just like a wrapped asset, just like wrapped Ethereum or wrapped Bitcoin, right? So let's look at I guess there's no point in looking at what it was a year ago. This is silver, guys. You're basically just looking at silver. But I do think that Kinesis is a pretty interesting platform. If you want me to actually pull up the Kinesis website and do a deep dive of that, throw a 111 in the chat. If there's no attention in it, then I won't bother and I will move right along. Again, in the beginning of the stream, we like to stay up to date on what is trending. And so Overtake, it's trending today. Max chart says it's up 440%. Not a horrible investment if you got in early. Started at about 0.6 cents on August 24th, 2025. Again, that is the token generation event. I'm over here knocking my chat over. But that would be the token generation event, not necessarily when the project first put a team together and started building. 66.5 million in market cap for this Overtake, which is chilling at about 34 cents. $1 billion in max supply. Current circulating supply is only $191.6 million though. SWI and BNB Smart Chain. I do have a love for the SWI ecosystem. I'm going to say like I'm involved, but I mean, I wasn't a developer. I took part in the testnet stuff for SWI when it first came out. I thought that was really cool. It was one of the first testnets that I was ever involved with. Was really hoping to get some kind of airdrop for it, but I did not. And let's go take a look at what this Overtake is. I do love to go look at what categories they're in first. So GameFi. Well, if you know this channel, we love some game and DeFi. That is Friday. Every Friday we hang out and we do as much gaming DeFi as we possibly can. They have a gaming marketplace and a Binance Alpha Spotlight. So let's go take a look at the website now. So to own your game, Overtake is a blockchain-powered marketplace that brings true ownership to digital assets by connecting the Web 2 and Web 3 economies. Now, I do want to say this is a different shout-out. If you have a PlayStation 5, I believe in Xbox, but I know PlayStation 5, check out the game Off the Grid. They even have NFTs built into it. It's a real like play to earn, play to own first like AAA game to really do it. It's in has a collaborations with a project called Guns. That's with a Z at the end. And they have a marketplace in NFTs. It's really interesting. Anyways, this is Overtake. It just reminded me of it because it's kind of saying the same thing. So you can trade, you can stake, you can build, you can vote over here on Overtake. And it is a peer-to-peer marketplace on SWI that lets players trade game items, accounts, and currencies with ease, designed for multi-billion-dollar Web 2 game asset market. It uses multi-signature smart contract escrow to ensure secure low-fee transaction with instant settlement. So what I get out of this is they are trying to... A lot of people try to build like their own game and then build a marketplace for that game, and that becomes very fragmented if every project builds their own marketplace. I like the idea of building a marketplace and then including your Web 2 people and letting them integrate, and then having it just as maybe we just have one of these marketplaces per blockchain, you know, instead of having one for every project. All right, I think I did a terrible job at explaining that, but either way, Take Shop, take pay. So they have all of these take cards. So, I mean, it's called Overtake. So they brand everything as take. This is very much all about the Sweet ecosystem. I'm going to go ahead and move on because that's about all there is to say there. See what else we got trending today. Power Protocol. This thing token generated not that long ago, if I'm right. December 5th, 2025. Definitely not that long ago. Yeah, Blues Guy, absolutely. I see you just texted me. Yeah, Wednesday earlier in the day. Let's hop in the voice chat and go over some Flare ecosystem type stuff, and we'll be able to nail it later in the stream. So 73.3 million in market cap here, a billion max supply, circulating supply 210 million for this Power Protocol. But what's the point? GameFi. Binance Alpha Spotlight and Gaming Studios. Now, if you've ever heard me talk about any project that's in GameFi, I have a little bit of a bone to pick with it. And that's that they'll be GameFi and they'll have a website and everything, but no game. Like, there's just no game. Or they'll try to like take something that's financial, like staking, and say that they gamified it. And that's nonsense. The ecosystem for blockchain entertainment fueled by Power. Launch partner Fableborn. So this Fableborn, I don't exactly, and I wasn't referring to this project, by the way, but Fableborn is a, there's a good name for it. It's a mobile app. I was looking for a different reference, but it's a mobile app, and I haven't tried it out yet, so I'm not going to talk poorly about it. Pin post from December 3rd, 70,000 impressions. It says the Power Protocol white paper is live. Read about the vision, strategic pillar tokenomics, and how we plan taking Power Protocol to the masses. All right, let's do a quick check-in to the Discord here. That one guy and Melissa both say 111. Kinesis, kinetic. I was confused. Underground, you on steroids today, bro. Hey, man, I'm just feeling great. What can I say? Some days it just happens like that. So breathe and have some water. That's not Underground. This is his twin. That's hilarious. When I pick a stop loss thinking it will never hit and then it gets hit within 5%. Yeah, Campstead, that happens all the time. Wherever you think that price is not going, that's a lot of times where it's going. Campstead, one strategy that I really like is look at your trade, right? It's not counter trading yourself, but look at your trade and think of where your stop loss is, right? And you think that could never get hit, right? Don't put in the trade and then set a buy order for where your stop loss would have been, and tell me how that works out. Do it in a demo account, not financial advice, just something I like to do. Whenever I get frustrated that I'm losing trades, especially in the earlier days, that's a lot of times what I would do. And it'd be amazed how many times it went right to the stop loss, right where I thought it was going to be, and I'd fill an order and then it would go up. Turtle soup, if you know, you know. All right, let's go look at their website here for Power Protocol. Yes, I am kind of on one today. It's really funny. There's so many days where I really feel like low energy before the stream, and that today was one of them. I just drove back from, an hour and a half plus away, and I was just like, Lord, let me have the energy to do this stream well. And then all of a sudden I hop on here and I got it. So Power Protocol, the ecosystem for blockchain entertainment. Power Protocol is an infrastructure layer powering the single unified ecosystem for blockchain entertainment. From hit games like Fableborn, which I will show, but I can't really show you the actual game because it is a mobile game, to the new studio, global IP, and AI native products. Power, the token is what they're referring to there, fuels a system where every participant compounds the value of a whole. Now, this has potentially got some things running for it. It does kind of fall in the gray area of like you don't know what this thing is going to do. I do like that they have a mobile app. And when we get to it, I'll point out how I think, here, I'll just go ahead and click on it. I'll come back to this. I do feel like the artwork looks like a lot of other games. So I don't know if it's a positive. Maybe the game is, different than a lot of games and they've really built something. But a lot of people love to just copy what's already doing well and then just rebrand it and try to change it slightly, basically effectively, just copying it. The artwork really tells me that's what's probably going on here, but I just don't want to put that on them because I haven't done my due diligence in checking that out. All right, let's see. What do we got? Zek has been bleeding out since lunch, hoping for a pump. I mean, it is Monday, false move Monday. So just no Mondays are a lot of times treacherous. I mean, Lifer says all the time, some of the best days to take trades are Monday, late at night, like right around now, and Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. If you're in Thursday, you should, like, you know, a lot of times he says he'll be out by at least noon, if not earlier, right? You're just looking for that 10 to 12 o'clock move on a Thursday, and after that, get out Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and trade when it's hot, and don't force a trade all the time. I know that, you know, schedules conflict and stuff like that. I'm not telling you what to do with your money. You do whatever you want. I'm just telling you the education that I received from somebody I highly respect. One ecosystem, infinite potential, every game, consumer app, IP, and transactions in Power Protocol ecosystem run on Power, compounding value as the ecosystem grows. So they're just telling you what the Power token does, and then they have a breakdown here of the different things: Power staking, infrastructure layer, this Pixion, Power Labs, that kind of drops down to their third-party games, their apps, and AI. Pixion is more about first-party games and Fableborn. And then Merge to Mint is this power staking, and that plays into Fableborn. And then IP interactions, all of this stuff goes into Power. The infrastructure layer goes into third-party games and consumer apps. Hopefully that helps you a little bit. And I'm pretty much done talking about Power Protocol, not because I don't like it, but because I have talked about Power Protocol before. And everybody, well, not everybody, but a few people threw a 111. So for you guys, I'm definitely going to go over to Kinesis, and let's take a look at their website. Well, we use cookies. All right, that's cool. Everything money should be. So I love the direction. I love the idea that they're going for. Melissa, Blues Guy says, Melissa, I'm doing good. I'm the short on lighter. Thanks for the chart last night. Okay, that's cool. I don't know if I peeped that. Maybe I did. Good. I'm glad it worked for you. Try to read what's like more relevant and not just people talking to each other. Yeah, I need to try that. Hey, Campsta, if you're not sure about it, doing a demo account. Don't sleep on the demo account, guys. One thing that I really did with trading is get too big for my head and think like there's no point in demo trading. Like, it's not real money. I'm not going to pay attention to it as much. And in the early days of trading, not that I'm some guru trader by any stretch of the imagination, but I would have saved myself a lot of heartache if I just would have buckled down and traded in a demo account for even 2 to 3 months. I would have learned a lot of stuff that I had to learn the hard way. So you do what you want to do, but I'm just going to throw that out there. And shout out to Campsta, man. Thank you for always being here, Campsta, being a part of the community. It means a lot to me. Everything money should be. Kinesis makes protecting your money with gold simple. Get rewards every month. They talk about gold here, but I'm pretty sure they have silver as well, right? We looked at Kinesis silver. Choose better money that protects you. Choose gold as money. And this is going to be a lot of rhetoric about gold. I'm not against gold by any means. Gold, I think, is a great store of value, but some people need to build value. It's kind of like real estate, right? Real estate, everybody wants to act like real estate will make you rich. I'm sure with a good strategy and over time and some good financial education, that's possible, but a lot of us are looking for a way out of the rat race a lot faster than what gold, real estate is going to provide. Silver seems to be a good medium, but I mean, think about how long. Oh, well, this is not the full gold chart, but go look at the full gold chart and you'll see that like it's moved slowly for a long time, but not as drastically as it's doing right now. All right, now let's hop over to coin rank, or crypto rank, sorry. And the fear and greed index is at 23. And we'll pull that up. Let's see what it was yesterday. Yesterday it was 24. In the last 7 days, 24. In the month it was 24. I'm pretty sure the 7 day and the month are averages and not the exact, number it was at a month ago. I think it's an average of the last month. But 23, 24, 24, 24. So that should paint you a pretty good picture right there. We are still above 3 trillion in market cap for the overall entirety of crypto. Now we come over to crypto rank and we are going to look at what is trending over here. I see Katana Inu I kind of took a break at trying to get that game to work. Maybe at some point I will delete it and re-download it. Maybe now they've figured it out. Jesse, we talked about Jesse before. Jesse is all about Jesse Pollock, that is one of the head people over at Coinbase Development, right? And really, I could read that article that they gave us, but his website, really simple. Oh, what happened here? Let's go ahead and reload. Yeah, for whatever reason, his website is not working. Did they rug pull this thing? What time frame? The daily? Wow. How long has this thing even been around for? Let me go to the all chart, right? Dang it, come on, cooperate with me. Apologize. Technical error over here. So, Sunday, December 28th, 2025. That can't be right. Oh, they put me back on the daily. I wanted the all-time chart. And it keeps ticking me back over here. Did this thing really come out December 28th? I feel like we've talked about this coin way too many times. Maybe the token generation event hadn't happened yet. It is a little difficult sometimes, I feel it, guys, to keep all of this stuff straight. But either way, I'm going to go off of this chart. Actually, let's do one better. Let's go look up Jesse on CoinGecko. I do like their setup a little bit better, or I'm just more used to it. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm just more used to it here. Let's go to the max chart and see if they give us the same thing. Wow, they have November 21st, which is, I think, makes more sense. I don't know what's going on with that other chart. But it is on Base blockchain, of course. This has a lot to do with the guy who is kind of the lead development over on Base. Let's go to the 7-day. I mean, I wouldn't call it a rug pull, but I mean, it did pump up a lot and then lose a lot of that value, 0.0073 to where we are now at 0.006. It's pretty much only 2% down in the 7 days, right? So nothing crazy here. But that's what happens with a lot of these smaller coins. They get a big pump and then they get a big retracement. Only 3.2 million in its market cap. And again, it's basically a meme coin. It's a base meme coin, right? It's not a serious project doing something extravagant. What do we got going on here? Yeah, I just replied. Looking great. You read the words within. Yeah, just replied. Good advice. Thanks, man. It's easy to be here. This is where I need to be. Hey, I appreciate you saying that, man. Especially for everybody to read in the chat. Blues Guy talking about what Kinesis Silver is. No, never heard. Like and sub. Blink above. Thank you very much, mods, for doing that. All right, then we have Snowball and Bankroll. If you're still here, let me know if you're still here, Bankroll. He was talking about Snowball the other day. So kudos to him because he kind of is the one who told us about this project. It is a Solana-based project, Pump.Fund launch, 1.64 million in the market cap. I mean, this whole thing is supposed to snowball, right? Isn't that what's supposed to be happening here? Again, I don't know what's going on. This one also says December 28th, 2025. That might be more accurate. That makes more sense to me here. Can I switch my chart? I was wondering if I could switch off of this trading view style chart to a different market. That's not what I want. Anyways, it has 1.64 million in it, and we will read about it right here. Snowball is the meme token on the Solana. All right, it's not me. Snowball is the meme token on the Solana that automatically uses the creator fees to market make itself, right? It's a really cool idea. I don't know how many other projects have attempted something like this. I don't know why they wrote it like that. Maybe I have to read it twice. So once it starts rolling, it never stops. Every token that uses Snowball bot sends 0.05 of every trade to buy and burn Snowball. More tokens, more volume, more burn. So it's kind of like the more people who make, it's almost like its own Pump.Fund, right? It's a launch pad. The more people who launch on here, supposedly, the more it's going to send the price of Snowball up. I don't know if that's true. I remember being just a little bit confused about exactly how it worked when it came to the whole market maker thing. I know that Bankroll was far more dialed in, so if anybody has any questions or is interested in this, maybe ask Bankroll in the chat what's going on. Every token using Snowball Bot contributes to continuous snowball burn. So deploy or register. Token developers deploy new tokens or register existing ones with the Snowball Bot on Telegram. So it's like you register your new one. So you make it on pump.fun and then register it on Snowball. Maybe Snowball's not a launch pad. Auto volume generation. The bot automatically claims creator fees and converts them into volume for your tokens. 0.05 buys and burns, like we talked about. Every transaction across all token buys and burns Snowball forever. I love the concept. I haven't done the math on it. I don't really know exactly how that's going to work out. But I love to see people trying something new, right? And then down here, you kind of have these tokens that are constantly populating. The other day, they were like constantly popping up. Maybe they've chilled out a little bit. I remember this one from yesterday, so that one couldn't have been. Oh, there's just this, people making the same token over and over. Is that what we're doing? Yeah, this is a different one. Are they literally just spamming the exact same token over and over? Never know what you're going to read here, so I do apologize. Who knows? Apparently this testicle token is popular because they just keep doing it over and over. Maybe there's a strategy of doing that. Of course, they're all like snowball themed, snow themed. All right. So hopefully that works out. I'm not ready to jump on it just yet. If you click how it works, it just takes us to what we literally just read. I'd like to know a little bit more about it. Said, wow, that snowball almost hit. Isn't it down? Isn't that what didn't we look at snowball and it was higher than what it is right now? Yeah, let's take it to market cap and let's go. Yeah, the 7-day is fine. I mean, it's lower than ever. It's at 1.6 million market cap. Had a spike in the last 7 days. Up to that's 8.6. Yeah, 8.8 million. So honestly, a lot of loss. It's like 50% loss right now. It's got to be more than 50%. I don't know how from like, almost 9 million to 1.6 million is 46%. That doesn't really math out to me. Oh, because it's going to come from 5.8 million when it came out. That makes more sense. But let's go to the max chart. Take a look at this thing. Yeah, it looks like that's, 9.9 at 9.9 million. So it doesn't look like it's ever been above 10 million. And now you're chilling at 1.6. What happened to the snowball, right? I don't know. I'm not trying to harp on them too hard, but isn't this thing supposed to snowball and just keep going up because people keep making coins? I'm sure people were making coins over there. Let's go take a look at their X. Oh, that's right. It took us directly to their community. Yeah, we did this last time. All right, moving on. Would be worth deep diving at another point. Let's go back to crypto rank. Oh, I meant to say it almost hit you. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, now I understand what you're saying. Katana Inu looks really interesting. It's in that gaming, ecosystem. The game looks like it's cool, and it has it. You download it, it comes up. You just can't log in, but it was still in beta. So again, I want to give them a minute. I want to give them a month and see if they can actually fix some of their flaws here. So Katana Inu is an all-encompassing ecosystem for gamers and traders, powered by DeFi and NFTs. Katana Inu ecosystem combines the element of gaming and crypto, creating an enjoyable and rewarding experience for players. A vital feature for Katana Inu platform is its native NFT marketplace, which acts as a hub for trading NFTs. Artists from all over can use NFT marketplace to sell their artwork on Kada, while gamers and hodlers also can stake, purchase, or trade in-game items like skins, weapons, and more that can be used while playing the game. I would like to show you the website. It's got 1.4 million in its market cap, and it looks like it has had some heavy spike and fallen from that grace, right? It's got a lot of zeros in it. Where's the button to look at the market cap? We had it before, and I don't see it now. Reloading. Okay, that looks terrible. I don't know what that's about. Anyways, it's weird. It was different on the other one. So the 21st of February, 2022, this thing came out. I did not realize that. So this spike must be 2024. Yeah, exactly. And it was as high as 0.003, and it has fallen so much from that. Maybe it's because they've had their little game out and it's just not done anything. I thought this was a newer project. Not sure why it's trending now. Maybe they're just finally rolling it out the way that they should have done in the beginning. But this is Katana Inu. It does seem like a promising DeFi game, but I downloaded it and I was never able to log in and actually play it. Again, it is in beta. I want to keep reiterating that. So win 25,000 in CADA by sharing, liking, commenting the tweet. So they have like a social media giveaway thing going on if you're interested in that. Kind of like airdrop farming to see what you get. Are you ready? Open beta April 2025. Register now. So it's an open beta. I feel like I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt here. Let's go over to their marketplace and see what they have going on. So Kainu for gamers, or for games, sorry. Social media gaming Web3 platform for Web 2 and with rewards and more. So it seems like it's a platform where anybody can kind of get on here and be involved. NFT marketplace, sell games, the super gaming, active and earn. You got Web 2 and Web 3 game launches, Web 3 NFT marketplaces, unique profile system. I really love the idea of people taking Web 2 games that are already popular. I see Red Dead Redemption 2 here, and maybe we can build out some kind of stuff around it and even breathe some new life into those Web 2 games. AI is the key to success. We will implement AI systems to find matches. Cool. So I feel like there's a few things here to definitely explore. Okay, well, I clicked active and earn. Here we go. Oh, that's the same thing. Watch together. For a world for games, streamers, esports, and for all under one platform. What happens when we hit watch together? The video's not available. All right. We're going to move on. It seems like they have their issues here. A lot of things look like, you know, the video's no longer there. You can't really get to the game. I was a little bit more bullish on it because I thought it was a newer project they had launched and were in beta, but it seems like they've been around a while. So I don't know if I would touch that thing right now. Base Brett. Seen that popping around a little bit. I mean, it's a meme coin. Not a whole lot to say. World of Dipens. Is that what that's supposed to be? Let's click on that. What is that? So they have 20.1 million in market cap. It's not too shabby. Chart looks like a lot of charts, so I don't know what to say about that. Looks like maybe it came out at $1.29 and now it's at 2 cents. Ouch. It did have a $65.7 million market cap at one point. It's impressive that they've managed to retain 20 million, to be honest with you. So it is an MMO I don't know what's going on. I can't talk. World of Dipens is an MMORPG that combines DeFi, NFTs, gaming, and AI into a single experience. Let's go to their Twitter and see what kind of attention that they're getting. So 342.7 thousand followers. That's pretty good. Download now on Epic Games. Very interesting. I might have to keep this on the radar. Again, I do pick at a lot of DeFi games for just not having games out and having websites and tokens and all this stuff, but like they have no game. So it's just like wait around forever. I just don't know why you would buy the token, and I'm not talking about this project specifically, but I don't know why you would buy a token for a gaming project that hasn't launched and done anything yet. It reminds me of Jelly Jelly, to be honest with you. It's going to be a social media platform, but they have nothing, and that just doesn't sit well with me. Cool looking trailer here going on. Not a whole lot of great sound, but I'll show you the imagery. I mean, it looks like a lot of different games, right? So Christoph wants to say, when will Gala Game? What about Gala Games? Will it come back? There's a lot of people wondering that same thing about Gala Games. I don't really know the answer to it. I mean, when you go to Gala Games, a lot of times it seems like they've got new stuff out, you know, new games and stuff. But DeFi gaming hasn't hit the masses yet. Like, that's the real problem with all of it. So 342,000 followers, 174,000 impressions since August 30th. So that's a little while, but it's not bad impression ratio there. I wish I could tell you a little bit more about Gala Games. And there is a Gala game that we often do play here on the channel. But a lot of the other games are now going off platform, like Townstar or whatever. You can actually play on the browser, right? Kind of like Panzer Dogs that we look at a lot, and Maddle that we look at a lot. But a lot of them are moving to where you have to download them, and I don't know if that kind of hurts people's trust to actually play it, right? I don't know. Always hitting back way too many times. All right, you got Liquify. That is probably a financial thing. Sounds like liquidity. Liquify is a comprehensive token operation platform. It automates complex workflows like token vesting, lockups, airdrops, tax compliance, and global payroll. Seems like it's very back end for projects that are launching, helping crypto projects manage their token distribution securely and transparently. I see the use for it. I definitely see why we would need something like this. After being acquired by Coinbase, Liquify's tooling is set to become part of the institutional grade platform that unifies custody, trading, token management for Web3 teams and DAOs. I definitely see the use case. I definitely see why somebody would want to use this as a project that's launched. What I don't know is why they need to hold the token, right? So that's where it becomes really important. Like, you have to build into this kind of platform a use case and a reason to hold the token. Otherwise, people are not going to hold the token, although it may do what it does well. You know, the market cap of a project is not its treasury. Understand that. They could provide a product, a digital product, what do you want to call it, a service, and they could make money off of it, and none of that money could ever go into the market cap. I don't know why, because you'd want to put something in there to keep the, keep the price going up. But I digress. They run their projects how they want to run their projects. Pin post from May 23rd, 2004. Wow, that was a long time ago. It does have 23,000 impressions, which is good ratio for their followers, but I'm a little bit less impressed because of how long ago that was, the pin post. So let's go ahead and move on. And they've raised $5 million. Thanks. They've raised $5 million from Dragonfly Capital and these 9 others. But it's just weird that it came out so long ago and it hasn't token generated a coin yet. Very interesting. So you have Noise. I think that's how you're supposed to say that. All right, this thing is down 10%, it looks like, today. Noise is a platform integrated with the Farcast social network that enables users to send tips in various tokens. Okay, that's pretty cool. Now, one thing I wanted to say, how many people know or have seen that? First of all, let me ask this. Drop a 111 in the chat if you ever use Coinbase Wallet, the independent app that was Coinbase Wallet, right? I'm unwrapping my tea I had steeping over here. So first off, RIP, that has gone away, right? I'm sure you know about that. If you have money on Coinbase Wallet, I highly recommend you get over there before it's too late and try to get your money moved around, right? I don't know what they plan on doing for the account. I moved my money off of it and then I haven't. They have a thing that comes up when you go to Coinbase and it's like close your Coinbase wallet, the separate account. And I just ignore it. It's going to do something at one point, right? And then they've changed it. So it's, I guess, going to have a lot more. Now it's just, they've integrated Farcast, which is a social network, right? I believe it's all built on Base. It would make sense. Coinbase, Base network, Base blockchain. That all makes a lot of sense. But now if you go on there and you deal with it, you make a account with Farcast. I guess I need this tea because I'm tripping over my words right now. But yeah, the whole point is I could see an increase in Farcast users because everybody who had that app all kind of get ported over to it, right? I never had to re-download it or anything. And so you might see Farcast users have a lot more, and then this Noise might have a better use case. Anyways, 4.9 million in market cap. I don't know. I guess maybe you would have to buy this token. Let's go look at their Twitter. You have to buy this token and then you tip in that token? Or are they just a platform that facilitates tipping in all kinds of different currencies? It would make a big difference as far as how well this actual token would do. 13.8 thousand. Has 7.2 thousand impressions from December 18th. That's not that long ago, and it's a good ratio for how many followers they have. So I'm decently happy with that. And then I love that, it's built in with Base Swap, and Base blockchain and all of that good stuff. Insider episode 2. I don't know if this is just a clip from it, but this is a very short video. Definitely going to try to dig into that app a little bit more and give you guys a little bit more feedback on the new app. Anyways, let's go back out of Twitter and let's look at the website. Autonomous Agent Managing On-Chain Execution, or SAM. So these are different tokens. Roof, market cap, very small, a lot of very small tokens. Oracle, Internet Capital Alignment. Okay, so this is like a launch pad as well. I wasn't expecting a launch pad necessarily here. IPO from your desk, pre-sale, fair launch, secondary markets. Okay, so this is definitely a launch pad. It was not what I had in mind. It says our story. It's nice and short, so I'll go ahead and read it. Noise came to life on the 22nd of May, 2025. Today, Noise is a platform for contrarian founders tokenizing their products on day zero. That's not a word I read very often. To raise money and get eyeballs, we give founders distribution with Oracle. Okay, so this is just about getting attention for your new coin. Previously, we built tipping app. So they did build a tipping app. That's why I was confused when I saw like a launching platform. So they built that first on Farcaster. That did the numbers. It continues to be maintained. So they did build that, and then they built this. I assume they're affiliated, but maybe the actual tipping app, it doesn't have a token and doesn't have an affiliation with this. Do you get IP rights over on Noise? I feel like you have to say it like that. You got Sora Oracle. Now, people have been kind of going nuts over Chainlink for a long time. So, Oracles, they can do well, But do people really get excited about oracles? I don't know. I mean, their infrastructure, they're very needed for all kinds of different things, like everything. Like this is talking about prediction markets. Sora Oracle is a BNB chain oracle powering prediction markets with real-time data integration and 84.9% gas savings. That's kind of a weird stat to throw in there, but we'll roll with it. Let's see. Christoph says Chili's made good gains the East days, so Sporting maybe will make it. I think he meant the last days. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure what he meant, but I get your point. So Sporting maybe will make it. All right. The autonomous truth layer for real world events. They have 7,195 followers. The community, 1.3 thousand members. The very first agentic oracle is now live. Is that true? Are they the very first? Developers create your own prediction market with CLI powered by agentic oracle in minutes. Okay, that's very interesting. Sneak peek of our DApp website 2.0. So they do have their website up here. Let's go take a look at it. So the autonomous truth layer for real world events. I have seen this truth layer narrative quite a bit over the last couple of months, right? Somebody's got to nail it, right? Sora Oracle. That just seems like such a weird words to put together. Sora Oracle is an agentic oracle designed for prediction markets, RWAs, insurance, and event-driven applications. Autonomous AI agents research, aggregate, and verify data across heterogeneous sources, enabling fast, auditable solutions for arbitrary markets and events. So, evolving multi-agent intelligent networks. Agents collaborate via tool-augmented workflows and cross-chain verification, forming a network whose intelligence scales with usage and contribution. And again, I mean, it's Oracle. Do you know what an Oracle is? It feeds data. And now they're going to combine that with AI, and you have AI basically feeding data. If you've ever asked, say, ChatGPT, this has happened to me, ask ChatGPT about like a very recent event, like something that's happened within like the last 4 or 5 hours. And sometimes it'll tell you that that hasn't happened. And it's because the data feed for it hasn't really updated it. And it'll argue with you a couple of times, and then I'll just be like, go check the recent news. And then it'll come back and be like, oh yeah, this did happen today. And it's like, you didn't do that first, you know, ChatGPT? You didn't think maybe first to go check the recent news? I think that's kind of crazy. I think ChatGPT should be smart enough to go check the recent news first, because there's probably a reason why you're looking something up. But I digress. So you got Wing Finance. We've been over that before. BNB. Do you need me to go over BNB? True USD and other stable coins. Say. Been over that a bunch of times. Pudgy Penguins, Chainlink, Ethereum, Flare. We're going to save Flare for Wednesday. MYX Finance. That was like, what came out first? Was it MYX or Avantis? I think MYX was first. It was, in my mind, MYX kind of led that decentralized exchange craze. It was like the first one that really took off. Maybe I'm missing one here. Ah, that hot tea feels good when you've been talking for an hour straight. So Lighter, we have a price for Lighter now. And one of the beautiful things about any of these platforms, whether it's CryptoRank or CoinGecko, is you can click on the project and scroll down to the bottom, and it should tell you where you can buy them. Of course, I'm going to say that, and then it's like not going to be here. Wow. You outdid yourself there. Let's go to CryptoRank. I'm pretty sure that CryptoRank will tell us about it. That's very interesting. It's actually not there. Of course, I had to go and say something about it. I mean, it's under the exchanges because it is an exchange, decentralized exchange, but they're not showing you where you can buy it. Melissa says you can buy it over on... okay, Melissa says MYX. I believe that to be right. Says you could buy it over at Mexi Global. One of my favorite places to buy things. I don't know if everybody can make accounts nowadays. I had one for a long time. It's really interesting. They don't have the market cap. A lot of data hasn't been fed out. This thing is still in the process of launching. So I said I would go over Canton Network. Did I go over Canton Network already? I think I did. And let's see. I'm just looking for new coins. Fanable. Okay. I haven't seen Fanable yet. We went over Flow. Fin. I haven't been over that yet. So let's go get Fanable. Yeah, on Mexi. I'm really surprised that they don't show that over on CryptoRank or CoinGecko. They're usually on it. CryptoRank more than CoinGecko. No, the other way around. CoinGecko more than CryptoRank. Anyways, Fanable is a platform where collectors that connects physical collectibles with digital ownership. All right, is it me or is it the way that they wrote this? Fanable is a platform for collectors that connects physical collectibles with digital ownership. All right, it was me. So let's take a look at when this thing came out. It looks very recent. They have us on the 1 hour chart. That's how you know it's pretty recent. So yeah, the 27th December 2025, 20 million in market cap. Let's go look at their Twitter and see what kind of attention. Oh, they have 2 different Twitters. So they have one for the app, and it looks like maybe one for the project. So join 20,000 plus collectors transacting Pokemon cards, comic books, and trading cards 24/7, secured and physical vaults. This is what, the 4th project doing this exact thing that I've seen so far? Which one is the best? I'm not exactly sure. Pin post from October 20th. They have 11,000 followers, 1.1 million impressions. That's pretty good for the amount of followers. Now, the next thing that you have to think about is how do you get 1.1 million people to look at this and not a single, like, 11,000 might as well be none of them clicked follow. So that's not that great. Did they pay to get it out in front of people? I don't know. Wow, this other one from December 27th has 449,000 impressions. I wonder why they're not converting. They're not converting to actual follows. That's not the great. Look at this one. November 21st, 670,000. So they went from November 21st to not posting until December 26th, December 27th. That's a huge gap. That's kind of weird. But anyways, I digress. It is for collectibles. I see those things potentially doing really well. But again, now there's like 4 or 5 different projects doing the same thing. So which one is going to be the one that really does it? It says, I believe you can only leverage lighter. You can't spot buy yet. And Blues Guy says scam. Blues Guy, are you saying that this Fanables is a scam, or are you saying that it's a scam that you can't buy lighter yet, that you can only leverage it? All right, again, I mean, you know what this is. These are old comic books, cards. It's a cool idea. If you're really into it, you can check this out. I'm going to move on because there's not a whole lot to talk about here. It's got a 20.5 million market cap right now. And we'll go down to Finn. Previously TipLink. Let's see what this is about. So is an online platform that plans to provide infrastructure for money transfers and payments. Well, plans to provide. So they've done nothing yet? Is that what we're saying here? All right. They've raised $23 million. That's not too small. Let's go take a look at them over on Twitter and see what kind of attention they got going on. 6,835 followers. If banks and payments products, I just read whatever I want. I don't worry about what's on the page. If banks and payment products could be rebuilt from the ground up today, they would look like Finn. Bold statement. All right, I like it, but is it actually true? No idea. We raised 17 million. Now they're at 23 million. If banks and payment products, 588,000 impressions. See how the conversion, very small conversion to followers. Followers is hard on Twitter, so I'm not gonna bust them too hard for that. Anyways, let's go over to the website. Check that out. This is financial, so once again, it might not be the most interesting thing. He says Fanable bro. Yeah, it could be. Don't get me wrong. I mean, they're going to take your very valuable collectibles, right, and put them in a secured vault and then give you an NFT version. This is kind of like not your keys, not your crypto. What happens when that company goes bankrupt? They're not your comic books, even though you're supposed to have a representation of them. Like, they're not your Pokemon cards, whatever valuable it is. They have it, you don't have it. They go bankrupt. Then they sell those things for pennies on the dollar to other companies that they most likely also own, and then they steal all your stuff. We've seen it in crypto exchanges all the time. I don't know how many people have actually really put that together, that, you know, they sold all those assets that they held of Bitcoin, Solana, XRP, everything that those exchanges had. They sold them to other companies for pennies on the dollar at the price they were in the bear market. So not even the value that they were now. And then they paid people out way less than what they had, and they kept everything else. I think it was a bit of a scheme from the very beginning. Anyways, I digress. Engineered for high value payments. Future of global payments. That's just my opinion. I'm not insinuating anything. Join our team to help engineers and the next generation of fintech. This is all, you know, big money management type stuff. So you've seen it. We're going to move on. We'll keep an eye on that and see if anything, you know, comes out about Finn. It's still pre-token generation event. And we have recently listed coins in the last 30 days. Do any of them look all that? The blue whale. Now we looked at the white whale. Now we got the blue whale. I like to come up here and just toggle the category so I can just get away from like all of the meme coins. Salesforce tokenized stocks, ServiceNow tokenized, a lot of tokenized stock, Nike on Ondo. So is Ondo really starting to kick off and tokenize tons of stocks? Is that a real thing, or are these like cons, right? Are these just people putting that in the parentheses? Like, is this made up? They're so low. Like, how could the tokenized stock of JP Morgan be $2.5 million? Like, that's... JP Morgan would put more money in their tokenized stock than that. And wouldn't it carry the value? Like, if it was like, think of a tokenized stock like a wrapped asset, right? It's a tokenized version of a stock. Shouldn't it have the same market cap as like JP Morgan stock? These look like frauds to me. I don't know. Could be wrong. They don't say meme coins. They do say tokenized assets. But yes, Ondo, bro. I mean, I know Ondo will be huge, Blues guy, but I think they're trying to trick people maybe into thinking that these are real tokenized stocks, because that doesn't make any sense. You're telling me Costco's tokenized stock, so it's a tokenized version of the stock. It should be like a wrapped asset in my mind. Maybe I have this wrong. I don't know. But it's got to be more than $1 million. That you got to think Costco themselves would put more money than $1 million into it just so it looks good, right? Anyway, just wanted to take a quick look at that. We don't always take a look at that. We could look at our top gainers, top losers. Hope you guys are enjoying Mystery Monday, where we keep an eye on the market, try to stay up to date, but it is a mystery as to what we will be going over. I went to the wrong thing. Let's go back to highlights. Top gainers right here. It'll give us both. JoJo World is up 1,000% today, so I hope you had that on your crypto bingo card for today. My goodness. Every time, it never fails. Like, no matter what happens, every time I see one of these, I'm like, how did I not know about this? How did I not invest in it? What is it? It's on Binance Smart Chain, so there's that. Let's go to Twitter. They must have got some buzz, right? How do you have that huge jump? Somebody bought in hard. Explore your own metaverse. Harvard, Stanford, YouTube Meta. What does that even mean? Those are sponsors? They just put like a bunch of words after, like Stanford, Harvard, YouTube, and Meta. Meta has their own metaverse, even if it's garbage. 17.9 thousand followers. The U.S. Department of Energy is calling for AI data center proposals to support high-performance AI applications, a move that integrates 3D spatial data infrastructure into nation's energy project. This shift shows the rise in demand for real-time 3D data that's accurate, labeled, and ready for scaling. As AI evolves, reliable data is what fuels the future of world models. All of that is true. I don't know what that has to do with JoJo World. Yeah. No pin post. Not kidding. I mean, this performed better than most. 3.4 thousand impressions. All right. Very interesting. Seems very new. How long has this thing been around for? Max chart says since September 18th, 2025. So the real telltale sign here will be like, does it continue to flag out, go sideways, retrace a little bit, and do something? Or is this thing just crashed lower than it even was before? 38.5 million in market cap. Max 800 million. 112 million in circulating supply. Let's go check out JoJo World. We're going over it just because it's the top gainer of the day. It's up 1,000% today. Like, that's 10x. For anybody who doesn't know, that's a 10x. Mirror reality, ideal life. Explore a 3D world powered by generative AI. They call spatial 3D data. And you can upload, I guess. I don't know what you would upload. Maybe you just upload your own 3D data. So they work with MetaMask, BNB Chain Utility, Hashkey, Microsoft, powered by AWS. Okay, this is very interesting. But the one question is any of it legitimate, right? That's the question here. So you can upload data. I don't know why you want to do that, just to give them more for their large language models here. And you could buy data from them, I guess. You can connect a wallet. I don't know why you would connect a wallet here. This is very interesting, but I'd watch out for this thing. We will be looking tomorrow to see if JoJo World is on the top losers of the day. because that happens a lot. And it doesn't even mean it's a bad project. It's just it's up big and people are going to take profits. Top loser of the day is Diverge Loop at 37.1% in the last 24 hours. All right, so this, aside from this big, 1,000, it just dropped under 1,000%. You have GX Chain at 63. Then you have this ELIZA operating system at 62. Zero Base at 42.5%. And then you have the OX protocol Piverse, which I am just very surprised that you keep seeing Piverse come up. It does have 49.4 million in its market cap, which is not too shabby. But Piverse is TimeFi, which may be a new thought for you here. Crazy SimCity, like maybe there is stores in the game where you can actually buy and sell. Are we still talking about Ondo? I'm sorry, Blue Sky. It's my fault. I've been jumping around a bunch. I'm not sure what you're talking about, man. But it's on me. I take that one. Let's see what GX Chain is. GX will be converted into REI at a ratio of 1 to 10. Why? Did they get bought? Did they get bought by somebody else? What is REI? That sounds really familiar. Yeah, Re-Network. Yeah. Okay, well, they must have bought them or they're merging. They're doing something. Let's go to their Twitter because I feel like it's got to be in their Twitter where they tell us what the heck is going on. Be very odd if you go to their Twitter. LOL game. Maybe I'm just tired. Which game was it? All right. 126.6 thousand followers. Not Ondo. Ondo is no game. Is it? No, I know it's not Ondo, Blue Sky. So 31,000 impressions. That's a wrap on the REI Network node staking campaign. So their node staking campaign is over. I remember when this REI Network was out, we were taking a look at it. So is it a rebrand? Like they say it like it's not a rebrand, but it's a rebrand, right? That's what I take away from it, but I don't think that it is. Very interesting. I got their website pulled up. It says rapid, economical, innovative. They could have done that a lot faster. That was really slow. Hello world, REI mainnet is now live. It'd be cool if they put the date that they went live. That would be nice to know. Vote on REI Network, I guess governance if you want to be involved with that. It's really interesting. We talk about governance a lot. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Blues Guy. I don't even remember what the last game I spoke of was, to be honest with you. That's the game I'm speaking of. What's with the riddles, man? Just tell me what it is. I'm moving at I feel myself slowing down. I was moving at light speed here. I don't remember. Was it Gala? Was it Katana Inu? We covered a couple other odd GameFi type stuff. So there are already many dApps built on the REI network. So where's ecosystem? REI ecosystem. That's what I want to look at here. 150 million REI growth fund for REI ecosystem building. So you can apply. Decentralized exchange, GameFi, lending, stablecoins, NFT marketplace. Let's go to decentralized exchanges. You can't even click on this. They're just telling you what they have. Explore the ecosystem, but you can't click on any of these things and see real projects. Oh, now Blues Guy is mad at me. I'm sorry, man. It's my fault. I apologize. I can't remember what it was. We covered a lot of projects. Now you're going to make me want to just like go back over everything that we looked at. I'm not going to do that because I probably would do it and still have no idea what you're talking about. Is it GX Chain? I'm joking. I know it's not GX Chain. All right. So back to our top losers, top followers, top gainers, I mean. I'm telling you, I was on one there for a minute, and now I just feel the energy sinking. That white whale is still moving up another 20% today. Ravecoin up 15.9%. Firo, everybody was all about that Firo excitement when we were talking about privacy coins, and then haven't heard anybody really talking about Firo, but it's starting to come back, so maybe we're going to get another run here. I don't know. EWT, Energy Web. I haven't heard about that token in forever. Not a fan. Woo is a decentralized exchange. We learned about that. This is how the information compounds. Even with my, very tired self, I still remember Woo was a decentralized exchange that we went over when we were deep diving decentralized exchange when they were, they said LOL. I don't remember the name. It's all good, man. I'm just playing around. But I really don't remember which one it was. So the American Dream is in the top loser. I always think that's so funny. Anyways, we are rolling into an hour and a half of the stream. Just want to flash this because I still had this up. This is SparkDex. We're going to be talking about the whole ecosystem of Flare, and SparkDex is a new addition to that. But we're going to be talking about Optimism and its Optimism Superchain ecosystem. So this is a lot of what we're going to be talking about tomorrow when we raise our crypto IQs. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday is when we go the hardest on raising crypto IQs, right? And so here's a list of things: Chainlink, WorldCoin, Optimism, CeeLo, List, Cyber, Orderly. These are a lot of different projects here, but it's not a crazy amount of projects. So we're going to be talking about it a lot. I do see this tag Optimism Superchain on a lot of things. I thought there would be more stuff in there when I originally went over it, but it's still something we got to cover, right? It's at the point where, like, I want to kind of get into every, crevice and niche in crypto, and I want to make sure that we at least cover it and know about it. And so who knows what we might find in that deep dive. But then the next day, Wednesday, we're going to be talking about the Flare ecosystem. And that kind of concludes our deep diving here on Mystery Monday. We can move into the more fun underground crypto family hangout, where we could kind of talk about anything that we want to talk about here. Ideal Life. That's it. That's the name, Ideal Life. LOL. Okay. I don't even remember a project called Ideal Life. I must be tripping. I'm sorry. But anyways, maybe I should go look that up. That seems like the move, right? I'm not getting anything for it. All right, never mind. I tried. Let's go. He's probably super frustrated with me right now. I apologize. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and play around with this and give my brain a rest. It's been a really long day. I had to get up way too early and drive really far. Well, far. I'm not gonna say it was like crazy far. Oh, but it was a good stream. I think it was a lot of fun. Viewership. No, Blue Sky. No, sir. It's been many years from there. Don't let these dreads fool you. Definitely not high. I'm going to play around to this as we are still very much hoping for an airdrop. Will it ever happen? I don't know. Did the Prime Minister of Japan come in here and put us on this game and then never come back and give us updates? Maybe. He might have did that. And I'm just playing around. I would like to see him in here again, but I'm sure he's busy. Maybe the different hours. Usually his day is starting. I don't know. Maybe the weekend streams are better for him because they're like 2 hours later. They changed this game to the whole... I know I've played it since then, but they made it like all Christmas themed. I thought that was a cool move. I would like a little more innovation than that. They did give us this new character that honestly makes this game way easier. If you kind of play them right. Maybe that goes for all of the characters. I don't know. Blue Sky, you're hilarious. I'm still laughing at that. That's funny. Several years ago, you would have been right about that. Now I gotta focus. And got no time for it. I did take my Apple Bro, I don't know. Maybe I am getting tired. I did take my apple cider vinegar shot right before the stream. So I'm going to say that that is where all of that energy came from. And what, now it's wearing off? But anyways, I enjoyed the heck out of the stream today. I'm glad that we got in there and got on it. And we kind of came in strong from the beginning. And now just kind of wind down, and it's Monday, right? It's Monday in between Christmas and New Year's. So like, I everybody do what they want. I don't know why I feel like I have to say that every time. Everybody always do whatever you want, right? If I don't for some reason disclaimer that. But I wouldn't look for much to happen until after New Year's. I mean, who moves the market? The big boys, the whales, the institutions. They're out on their private yachts. They went to other countries for, like, they're doing stuff for Christmas and New Year's. Maybe they're just at home with families. They're not moving the markets right now. So now the smaller players maybe have a chance to do some shenanigans, I guess. But I don't know. I would not think getting caught up in all their reindeer games is the best idea. Wow, they put the boss on me way too early. And I somehow missed that chest. It's hilarious. It says, sure, wink, wink. I promise. Take the test right now. I wouldn't be talking a mile a minute earlier in the stream. I'd be talking super slow, and I wouldn't even be aware of it. All right, what does he got saying? Panzer's after. Yeah, Blues guy. You know how it goes. Melissa says, great stream, bro. Thank you. I appreciate you saying that. I felt like it hit off. I can't wait for tomorrow's stream. The excitement of a new toy, new channel, and then it fades away. Only the good and strong remain here. Sure, wink, wink. I'm referring to the confusion and memory loss, not energy. Or maybe the switch was flipped and it will slowly, steadily climb. Hey, I'm going to go with that one. I like that one better. That one sounds better to me. Second win. I need that second win, which for me in today would be like my fourth win. Still doing the 75 hard challenge where you got to walk and work out every day. I mean, I'm used to working out most days, but then all the driving and everything got me a little bit run down, but it's good. It's something that needs to be done, right? I already messed it up a little bit. That's just how life goes. But you just keep going. You don't just give up because you messed up a little bit. You guys are probably like, what are you talking about? Yeah. I don't know. If you don't know what the 75 hard challenge is, it's just like certain things you're supposed to do every day, like walk 45 minutes, work out 45 minutes. I want you to drink like a gallon of water a day. I don't even know if that's even the best idea, because you should focus a little more on like being hydrated with salts and stuff like that. I know these health conversations always come up, but we got Blues guy in the chat to guide us and tell us what we should be doing, but not health advice though, because he's not a doctor. And what all is going on out there? Is Campsta still around? Did it hit Campsta's bedtime yet? Sometimes I miss it when he says in the chat that he's signing out. Is Bankroll still around? Who's still with us here right now? Retention was pretty good. We got up to, I don't know, like 16 people. Oh, I'm cooked. Got cooked. That sucks. All right. I'm actually glad that I got cooked there, because that game is not as fun as I would hope it would be. Let me refresh this before I go ahead and invite Blues guy. Let the stream catch up. It looks like you're throwing bags of trash. It's supposed to be a Solana hat. I don't know whose idea it was to put Solana hats as like a weapon, but whatever. They did it. I like the way it works. I saw you bought your dandelion and clove. Great, awesome, yay. Yeah, I did. I'm waiting for love to sink in the water. Okay. I have a a tincture that I made that's ashwagandha and dandelion. I think it's dandelion root. I made it a long time ago and made myself like a bunch of droppers. I've had it for a hot minute. It's an alcohol tincture, so it lasts like a long time. But I do love making my own tinctures. No problem, Blues Guy. We'll wait till you get here. You know, I'm in hangout mode now. We did our due diligence, and I feel like we knocked it out of the park. So now I can kind of chill with the community. We can talk about all kinds of things. Oh, yeah, I wanted to look at some of the... what was it? The Tangem wallet that Melissa was talking about. I think I'm going to take a look at that. I'll probably grab an affiliate link, but like nobody feel pressure to do that. Just get the link once and then have it, you know, for all eternity. Oh, I'm waiting for Clove to sink to the bottom. I knew that there was probably something up there. Doctors don't know nothing about health. You go for other than that. Doctors are useless on health advice. Blues Guy, I agree with you completely and wholeheartedly. Like, the only way I'm going to a hospital, and I've been like this for like 15 years or more, since it's been under my control, right? At one point I was a kid, it wasn't under my control. But if I have a broken arm, I'll let them go reset it. Like a broken bone or something like that. I'll let them reset it or something like that. Other than that, I have zero business going to no hospital. And I agree with you. I don't think that somebody once told me, you know, doctors are educated guessers, right? And I thought that was a really good, accurate description because they're just using the stuff that they know and they're guessing. And in all reality, the truth is that they're probably guessing on the limited amount of information. Like if anybody really cares enough to look at it, look at how many hours or how much time in education as being a doctor is spent on nutrition. Like actually knowing the different, like they know all of these different pharmaceuticals, crazy names for all these pharmaceuticals, but like most of them have studied absolutely nothing about vitamins and the effects that they have, like vitamin A found in whatever, you know what I mean? And it's kind of sad. And it's no wonder why their diagnoses and stuff like that don't lean towards, they never lean towards diet, right? It's always a pill because that's what they were educated in, right? They were educated in like the Latin name or whatever the heck of all these crazy pharmaceuticals, but like they don't really probably know what all vitamin B is good for. And if they do, it's very limited knowledge compared to the amount of time that they've spent learning about drugs. Kind of crazy. So I've never been a big fan of that. I don't know how I got on that topic. Oh, because he said that doctors don't know nothing. There are some really good doctors out there, but most of the time they're from other countries and stuff. Like they're not educated in the Western medicine. And there's a lot of quackery as well in other types of medicine, like say even, you know, Chinese medicine and stuff like that. I'm not saying all of it's quackery. I'm just saying there's some wacky medicine practices out there, depending on where you're from. I doubt cut it out. That is their mojo, and no time on nutrition in schools, nothing. They are big drug dealers, bro. Yeah, that's basically what I was getting at, Blues Guy. They're just pushing drugs. I mean, Florida, where I live, they used to be really bad. They probably still are. They acted like they cleaned up all the pill mills, but dude, I remember back in the day, it was like if you're, you know, feelings got hurt, you could go get a script, and everybody was selling them in the streets. Obviously, I was way too young. I wasn't taking part in any of that, but I was around a lot of it. And it did seem like people could get scripts for just any reason. It says, you are correct. Thanks, Blues Guy. Appreciate you. And for anybody who doesn't know, this is panzerdogs.io. One of the funner games to play in crypto that's actually like in the web browser. Like you don't need to download it. It is pretty new as far as I know. And I think they're going to be adding some stuff. I hope so. And it's play to earn. I've seen great health doctors from China. Yeah, I mean, great health doctors can be anywhere, right? It just matters of the way that they approach medicine. It's not like nobody can be good doctors, but like when you just peddle drugs, like of course that's not going to be the greatest thing ever. Yeah, in most schools today, they cut physical education class. Did they really? Is that a real thing? I don't think down here in Florida they've done that. But I mean, let's be honest. The physical education classes that I had in high school were a joke. As far as education goes, you know, it was like some very vague topic, you know, very short amount of time spent on very like vague topics that were not very much depth of knowledge and usefulness like at all. And then they'll like tell you like some random health stat just to like scare the crap out of you. They're like 10% of people at this school have HIV, and you're like, who in this class got some? You're like, I want names. Like this could be life or death. Come on now. I'm like, and then I think back on that. I'm like, one, they were lying, or two, like they should not be telling people's business like that. Like, what's up with that? Now we're all on the hunt to try to figure it out. It was pretty funny. Then all of a sudden there was all this speculation and rumors about who had HIV. I was like, I don't think that was the move right there in high school. But anyways, it was pretty funny. I'll get back in the chat in a second. Hold on, guys. This game won't last long. We got 16 seconds. Dang, gotta let these shots reload. Maybe I can get back in on this guy. Oh yeah, that's over. It says, hey Underground, you ever going back to the slot game? I like that game. Yeah. Here was the issue with the slot game. I could make the streams 18 and up, and then we could play them. But then, like, I'd start the stream off, it wouldn't be 18 and up, right? Because I wanted to have good exposure. But then they're 18 and up. After we do the slots, I'd switch it like mid-stream. And then this video stays 18 and up, and I can't change it back because there's that content in it. And so I just decided that we'll move away from that because I want to be able to get as many people as we can. It says change your tracks for faster. I mean, we could look at it. I have good tracks. Let's see. These are acceleration 15%. They cut my HP, boost speed 10%, and turn rate. Is there some way to like boost that I'm not understanding? Because it says boost speed 10. Oh, it just boosts speed 10%. But like, I don't think these other ones be doing anything. That one literally does nothing. Yeah, I think I got the best. Cuts turnaround. I don't know. I think I got the fastest tracks I can use, man. None of these other tracks have any of this stuff on there. Anyways, I'm ready when you are. Maybe you have better tracks than that. It says not mind the first part of the class. You ran around and just moved your body. The second part was health. Yeah, exactly. I enjoyed both. Yeah, the education was very lackluster, and then of course they would make you dress out and run around a track, and that was whatever, you know. Didn't change anybody's lifestyle. Let's put it that way. All right, let's run another game here. Said, cool, I didn't know. That's okay. I do want you to get in trouble. Yeah, I'm not, yeah. It's more about exposure. I hope it's worth it. I don't know how many people under 18 would see it, but yeah, we're just trying to get as much as we can here. But we could definitely still... What would be fun is to do a video specifically for that, which we could definitely do, and then make that 18 and up. That would be the move right there. And I'm game to do that. I mean, I love the slots. Like, I've been playing a lot of the slots for a long time. I've hit some great things on there. Definitely overall up on all of that. So if people are interested, sometimes I just feel like I'm being random though and just sitting on the slot, especially when it's in this stream. Dang, I totally messed up. Sorry, Blues guy. I guess I kicked myself out here. That's hilarious. I accidentally clicked on stake. Maybe it was fate. But yeah, let's do a separate stream where we do that. And if anybody wants to pitch in, they can feel free. Don't feel like you need to. Blues guy, let me know when you're done there. I messed up. I'm going to open one of these boxes, packs, whatever you want to call it. See what we get. Okay, it's green. So it's an uncommon. You do see the color of whatever the NFT is, like, before you actually get it. It's pretty dope, though, to upgrade your car to actually have one of the, like, moving backgrounds. Thought that was pretty cool. Says, I'm sorry, I just can't type it all. Hey, sometimes I can't talk at all. Okay, cool. Yeah, I got faster. Onslaughts are fun. Oh, I got fast. Onslaughts lag too much. I actually just, I don't know about you. Maybe you're lagging too much. I clicked a random button and kicked myself off because I always forget to put it on. All right, I'm inviting you back. I always forget to put it on full screen mode. TM Hustlin was always good about reminding me. I don't know where he's at, but shout out to TM Hustlin. I hope his day went great. I hope he's living his best life out there. Maybe he'll watch this at another time. I don't know if he'll make it to this part of the video. But shout out to TM Hustlin for always being a part. Yeah, I lagged too much. Does that mean you're not playing anymore, Blues guy? All right, he's back in. Let's try it again. And let me try to remember to put it in full screen mode. So I can't click on random stuff and kick myself out in the middle of the game. And if for some reason you're not a part of that Discord, go join that Discord. It's free. We're hanging out in there. We're chatting. We are a crypto family. And, of course, like and subscribe. All that fun stuff as well. Get some cooking now. I see some people got those fast tracks, though, so that must be what you were talking about, Blues guy. Dang, come on. You gonna let him get away with 12 health? Get that re-up on that health. Bang. Another double kill. That was a team effort right there. Another team kill right there. Got him. Although he did take... took our extra weapon there. I like that flamethrower. That flamethrower definitely be cooking. Wow, that somehow he just drove all through the flamethrower and didn't take like any damage. Love that. So 11-4. Yeah, we crushed him. Was the lag better that time, Blue Sky? It was better on my end. I really got to still go grab some of this currency and see if I can get the NFT that goes along with this game. I meant to do that so many times, and I haven't done it. Flame is the best. Yeah, you get up close and personal, and it cooks them. But it looks like it has more range than it does. Like, it looks like it shoots like double what it actually hit. Like, if they're at like the very edge of your flame, you do no damage. Like, it doesn't even register. Like, you literally don't even hit them. So you got to get like at least half of that distance of the flamethrower. You need them like at least 50% in. BTC starting to break out, says Camsta. What are we at? What's the price? I mean, we went up to 90,002 something, 282 or something like that. Oh man, he thinks he's clever. He got me with that rocket launcher. Oh, did I get first blood? I will take that. I'm getting laggy because I know I was hitting him. Cooking. Now we're heating up. I gotta say, this game is very enjoyable. That's the second time I got hit with the rocket launcher. What is up with that? Alright, got my health back up. I'm taking the rocket launcher this time and cooking with it. Like, y'all can... Oh man, I hit him before he fully loaded in, so he took no damage. Gotta love that. Come on now. Says 88,500. Nice. Oh, cooking. 10-3 with 22 seconds left. Said 88.5 is supposed to be the take profit. Okay. Are you trading with bankroll? 4 kills, 2 deaths, 3 assists. Okay, so you do get assist bonus. Oh, you get a friend bonus too. That's cool. On your scraps, your spare parts that you use to get your NFTs with. Let's launch another one. We still got any music? No music? Nobody ever told me we lost the music. Alright, after this game, I gotta put the music back on. Actually, after this game, I'm probably gonna hop off now that I think about it. So, we would be streaming for 2 hours. I think that's a pretty good Monday night stream. Do have some other business I have to take care of, but I thoroughly enjoyed the deep dive, the Monday night mystery, where I'm never quite sure what we're going to be going over because I don't know exactly what's new and what's trending, but we stay up to date, and I feel like for a Monday, it's what it's all about. Of course, the weekend we try to also do the same thing. Put in so much work. not to even get the kill. But it's alright. I stole a kill from Blue Sky. So we're even. I didn't get no hits in on that one. Wow. I like that turret you got, Blue Sky. It's pretty cool. It says music is on. Well, what is going on my side? I turned it up, but I guess I didn't turn it up high enough to hear it. Alright, guys. It's been fun. I enjoyed it. Shout out to everybody who was here. Love the support. We did kind of get up to... viewership was a little better. We got up to, I don't know, like 16, 17 people. We haven't had that nice boost in a while. I don't know if it was just the energy I was coming off of. It's Monday. I got lucky. I don't know what it was. Maybe attention's coming back in crypto. People really think it's the bottom. Not exactly sure what it is, but I'll take it. And it was a great stream. Stay underground. Stay crypto. Have a good night. Yeah, you too, Camsta. Appreciate you always being here. And yeah, thank you all. Smash the like, subscribe, all of that jazz. Even if you're always here, you'd be surprised. Sometimes you'll look at that like button and realize that you didn't hit it. But either way, stay underground, stay crypto. I'm out for the night. Hit me up in the Discord if you guys want to chat. And yeah, have a good night. I'll say goodbye like 18 times. Crypto Ron out.